Good evening, and welcome to this special report. Tonight, the political atmosphere in Britain has been shaken in ways few anticipated. In a moment broadcast live across the nation, Prince William made remarks that have left the Labour leadership visibly unsettled, and the public asking questions about the boundaries between royalty and politics. The event unfolded earlier today, during a televised charity forum, attended by leading political figures, business leaders, and senior members of the royal family. Cameras were rolling when the prince rose to speak, his tone calm, his expression composed. Yet the substance of what he said caught everyone off guard. For months, the United Kingdom has been navigating a tense political landscape. The new Labour government, under Prime Minister Keir Starmer, has been pushing its reform agenda while facing growing criticism over domestic challenges and international alignment. Into this already charged atmosphere came an unexpected voice, that of the heir to the throne. What began as a routine address about public service soon took on an unexpected gravity. Those in the audience could sense the shift in tone. The prince spoke not just of duty, but of integrity, leadership, and the moral responsibility of those who hold power. Words that seemed directed not at any single figure, but at the culture of politics itself. Within seconds, social media lit up. Viewers across the country replayed the clip, time-stamping the moment his statement landed, the phrase that drew audible gasps in the room. Commentators from both left and right rushed to interpret its meaning. Was this a subtle critique of government conduct, or merely a broader call for accountability across institutions? As the cameras panned to the front row, the expressions told a story of their own. Sir Keir Starmer, sitting beside senior cabinet members, appeared momentarily frozen. The Prime Minister's measured composure faltered, not in anger, but in visible surprise. Around him, aides exchanged quick glances, unsure whether to applaud or remain still. For decades, the royal family has adhered strictly to a code of neutrality. Their presence above the political fray is a cornerstone of Britain's constitutional balance, which is why tonight's remarks have ignited a national conversation. Did Prince William cross a line, or simply remind the nation of principles too often forgotten? Across London, newsrooms scrambled. Editors ordered instant transcripts, analysts reviewed footage frame by frame, and headlines began to appear. Royal shock at Westminster Forum. Prince speaks out. Palace declines comment. Downing Street, meanwhile, maintained a notable silence. No official response was issued in the hours following the broadcast, but sources close to the Prime Minister described a mood of uneasy reflection. One aide reportedly remarked that the prince chose his words carefully, yet left no doubt about his message. As night fell, public debate only intensified. Some commentators praised the prince's courage, saying he had articulated what many citizens feel, that leadership should be grounded in transparency and humility. Others cautioned that any royal intervention, however subtle, risks destabilizing the careful neutrality of the crown. In communities from Manchester to Cardiff, conversations spilled beyond politics. Was this the emergence of a more outspoken future king, one unafraid to challenge complacency? Or had a symbolic boundary been breached? The prince himself has remained silent since the event, offering no clarification. Yet that silence speaks volumes. It allows interpretation to fill the void. And in the modern media age, interpretation moves faster than fact. In Westminster, reaction has been measured but intense. Opposition members have seized on the moment, framing it as a reflection of moral fatigue within the government. Conservative voices, too, have used it to question Labour's stability and control of narrative. For the ruling party, the optics are difficult. When even a royal seems disillusioned, public confidence wavers. The palace, as expected, has issued no political statement. A senior royal correspondent, speaking to national media, emphasized that the prince's remarks were non-partisan in wording, but powerful in implication. That distinction between intention and interpretation now sits at the heart of the controversy. Meanwhile, polling agencies are already preparing flash surveys to gauge the public response. Early indicators on social media suggest overwhelming engagement, with clips trending under multiple hashtags by evening. Analysts note that royal commentary rarely overlaps with active politics, but when it does, the reaction is seismic. Tonight, questions multiply. What motivated the prince to speak now? Was the timing deliberate, coinciding with growing debates over government transparency? And how will Downing Street manage the optics of appearing publicly rebuked by a figure expected to remain apolitical? Inside Parliament, MPs from across the aisle are treading carefully. Some praise the prince's moral leadership, while others stress the importance of keeping royal institutions separate from governance. The Speaker of the House has so far declined to comment. For citizens watching at home, the spectacle feels historic, not because of scandal, but because of symbolism. At a time of political fatigue, a voice long silent on such matters suddenly spoke, and the reaction has rippled through every layer of society. Political analysts point out that Prince William's speech, while measured, echoed themes that have defined his public persona for years: mental health, community resilience, and accountability. But the framing, its timing, its tone, and its live broadcast amplified its weight. The irony is that his remarks may have been entirely nonpartisan, yet they have produced a profoundly political effect. In a nation sensitive to any hint of royal commentary, even a hint feels like a thunderclap. Across the Atlantic, international media have also taken notice. Major US and European outlets have highlighted the moment as a potential turning point in the monarchy's modern role, a sign of generational change within royal communication strategy. For the Labour government, the challenge is managing perception without overreacting. Any direct criticism could appear defensive. Any silence could appear weak. Senior strategists are said to be debating how to reframe the narrative, emphasizing partnership with the crown rather than division. Meanwhile, inside Buckingham Palace, there is quiet but deliberate discipline. Officials refuse to expand on the prince's statement, reaffirming only that his remarks were in line with his long-standing commitment to service and civic responsibility. Still, the nation remains transfixed. Every broadcast replay, every slow-motion clip of the Prime Minister's reaction adds to the drama. Commentators dissect posture, tone, even micro-expressions, as if decoding a mystery whose answer lies not in what was said, but in how it was received. And through it all, one question remains. Did Prince William intend to shake the foundations of political discourse, or merely remind Britain of its higher ideals? Whatever the answer, tonight's broadcast will be remembered as more than just another news cycle. It marks a rare intersection of monarchy and politics, one that could subtly redefine both. As analysis continues, stay with us for updates, reaction from Westminster, and insights into what this moment means for the future of Britain's constitutional balance.